What's up, YouTube? This is B-Side Investing. So, getting into Bitfarms. So they just released a news today about their install hash rate of 1.2 exahash and their corporate update. This is just before their earnings tomorrow at 10 a.m. and they'll be releasing the details pre-market. So, So before we get in, I just want to say, please feel free to like and subscribe. I feel like the subscribing has slowed down when I didn't say it in the beginning. So anyways, please also note this is not financial advice. Do your own research. And with that, let's get started. Okay. So this is an article in Global Newswire. So if you go to globalnewswire.com and if you type in Bitfarms, you get all the lists, all the details about Bitfarms. I won't go back because I've highlighted some points and I'll lose that. So let's get into it. Right, Bitfarms announces install hash rate of 1.2 exahash and provides a corporate update. Okay, so Bitfarms, if you didn't know, one of the largest, oldest, and most cost-effective public Bitcoin mining operations in the world. So today they announced the successful installation and operation of its previously announced order of 4,500 micro-BT M31S Plus miners. So M31S Plus miners are down here. I think this is the latest. No, okay. The Avalon was the latest at January 21. This is this one right here. If you see the hash rate of 80 terahash per second and consumption, electricity consumption of 3,360 watts. If you see, they mine Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and so it is under the where'd it go? The SHA 256 algorithm, and that's that. Right. We have a lot to cover, so let's get into it. And miners, so the total installed hash rate is 1.2 exahash. So this is a 24% growth rate in a single quarter, which eclipsed the entire of 2020 growth. And I feel like they didn't order much because Bitcoin was at around $10,000 throughout the year, up until Q4. So that's why I feel like they didn't order any, but yeah. Which marks a tremendous start. 2021. Of course, they have a 5 exahash ordered for next year, and next year also looks amazing. So yeah, but this year their target is 3 exahash. So that's what they'll be working towards. And if you look at the Bitfarm price right now, it's at 686, and Bitcoin is at 53,652. Okay. So so currently I have updated the numbers to 1.2 exahash. I've also updated the HODL to 489 Bitcoin. For now. So right. So Q1, sorry, they should be able to. They have a few more days. Get to 1.3 exahash, and Q4 3 exahash target, and Q4 2022 8 exahash target. So they haven't released any numbers for the delivery dates. They just said it'll be incrementally delivered throughout the quarter. But once I get the numbers, I will share that with you guys. And so news. They also have a new hosting agreement. So in addition to purchasing new miners, the company has entered into a hosting agreement with Blockware Solution and Blockware Mining in the United States. So it is an agreement. So Bitfarms will send their older gen and mid-gen hardware for hosting at one of Blockware's American facilities. So the hosting is being accomplished in a flexible and low-cost profit-sharing agreement powered by 100% renewable hydro energy. So this agreement, it's really profitable for Bitfarms because they'll be using the older models, taking them out of their Quebec facility and sending them to Blockware's facility and doing a profit share program. So this will enable the company to extend the profitability and useful lifespan of up to 250 petahash of older and mid-gen Bitcoin mining equipment So this will free up, like I said, and we'll be able to improve the efficiency and profitability of mining equipment within that same space. So so that to date, over 2,000 Bitmain S9, S15, and T15 mining rigs have been successfully installed at Blockware Solutions facility and are generating Bitcoin. So through this upgrade process, these miners have all been replaced with new MicroBT miners that operates at an average of approximately 4 times more hash rate per miner located in our Quebec facilities. So Quebec facility is right here. So they have the Farhan 10 megawatt. So this is the current operation. They have the scene. Okay, I'm not going to bother with that, but 15 megawatt capacity. Cowansville 4 megawatt. Magog 10 megawatt, and then Sherbrooke 1 and 2 30 megawatt. So right. So the remaining equipment under this upgrade program will be deployed through Q2 and Q3 of this year. So this agreement will also enable Bitfarms to opportunistically sell older equipment out of the hosting agreement through Blockware's brokers business. So this is a unique situation for them, and it's an agreement that enables Bitfarms to get the most possible value out of its used equipment while providing tremendous flexibility and increased hash rate with negligible cash expenditure. So that is amazing. Okay, so that's the next, moving into the Bitcoin inventory pilot program. So like I said, they have 489 Bitcoin in custody. So this pilot program was started in early January, and since the price has doubled from 30,000 USD to 60,000 USD. So, and if we look, so they're currently adding approximately 8 Bitcoin per day to the inventory, and has to date mined and safely deposited in custody 489 Bitcoin, and is currently valued at over 27 million US dollars as of yesterday, with Bitcoin price of 55,500. So this is relative. Bitcoin price will go up and down. So depending on that, you can estimate what that 489 Bitcoin will be worth. Now, of course, today that number increases. So every day it'll go up, and every day it'll go up by 8 Bitcoin. So at this 1.2 exahash, and once they update the miners, they will be mining more Bitcoin. Okay, so in the fourth quarter of 2020, Bitfarms mined 577 Bitcoin, which is not a lot, but it's a good amount. And in January 2021, they mined 197. That was about an average of 6 Bitcoin, 6.23 or something like that, Bitcoin per day. And in February, Bitfarms has mined 180 Bitcoin. That's about 6.4, 6.5 per day. This is lower because obviously February, there's only 28 days, so they're missing 3 days of Bitcoin mine. So yeah. And with this current 8 Bitcoin per day, they should be at, let me just bring this down. They should be at 8 into 31 days. So they should be at 248 Bitcoin in the month of March. Okay. And yeah, the CEO, blah, blah, blah. So the new miners purchased. So the company has recently completed 2 purchases of new, I want to say next generation mining equipment manufactured by both MicroBT and Bitmain to be installed later in 2021. So when deployed, 2200 miners will produce additional 183 petahash and will use 7.25 megawatt of electricity. Now, of course, based on the difficulty, and as of yesterday, that will produce 1.1 Bitcoin per day at an average cost of $6,500 USD per Bitcoin. So that's the cost, and the difficulty is relative. It will increase by the time this will be installed. So the Bitcoin mine will be a lot lower than this. So yeah. So this is the miners that they'll be buying and including in here, and it is the M31S Plus. We just looked at that, and then S19J. So in total, 2200, and yeah, so that's the total hash rate, delivery date. That's the expected delivery date. We don't know if it will be on time. So let's just look at the S19J. So S19J is 90 terahash because it's being released on June. That's why it is being delivered in October. So yeah, this seems to be much more profitable than the M31S Plus at 1784 per day, and looking at 2160 per day. Nothing compared to 2853 or 2848, but still a good chunk. So yeah, so the 2021 Quebec development and expansion. So they previously announced Cowansville site renovation from 4.4 megawatt to 16 megawatt, and will be ready by July. If we look at down the pipeline, they have an additional 12 megawatt capacity coming in. So that's Cowansville, the second one. And currently they have the one at 4 megawatts. So they also have Sherbrooke, 3 and 4 at 30 megawatts, and Sherbrooke 5 and 6 at 38 megawatts. So that's down the pipeline. And yeah, so you can look at this on Bitfarms website at bitfarms.com. They also have a really good website, as you can see, and they've also updated their details here. So 1.2 exahash, and they have their price, Bitcoin value, and average production cost per Bitcoin. So to mine one Bitcoin, their average cost is 7,500 USD. So that will lower once the new generation miners come in and the old one phases out. So yeah, so if you want to look at tomorrow's webcast, there is a link here. You can press this and you can watch it at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So if you're not working, or if you just want to hear it on the side, you're an investor in Bitfarms, you can check it out. I feel like they will release some good numbers. Q4, if you have been tracking Bitcoin, you know that Bitcoin did rise in price in Q4, high to about 23, 24 something. I'm pretty sure it's higher than that, but yeah. So we should see some good numbers. And if we look here, so additionally, Bitfarms has recently paid deposit on sufficient raw material, transformers, and electrical equipment to build an additional 80 megawatt of capacity in Quebec over the remainder of 2021. So, so to build up their facility in Quebec, they have to buy materials. So that's why they have a huge project on the line, so down the pipeline, and obviously need materials, and it is necessary to procure them as soon as possible in these trying times. So of course there will be delays and such, so the sooner the better, right? So okay, and right, so with this 80 megawatt capacity incoming, so this new infrastructure will support approximately 20,000 new generation miners, and that will add approximately 2 exahash of new production. So currently they're at 1.2, and their target for Q4 is 3. So this does fall in line with their target of 3 by Q4, and they have the materials and all that coming in to build the infrastructure for the about 80 megawatt power. So, and they also have the orders in and should be delivered hopefully without any delays. All right, so the stock market listing. So this is interesting. They did mention that if you look here, so we can also confirm that in February we made an application for a listing on the NASDAQ Really, really good news. Now, of course, we don't know how long that's going to take or if it will be successful, but I don't see why they won't be successful. But currently they're in the pink sheet, and maybe they need to move up first, but I feel like they'll be successful in the NASDAQ listing soon. So let's see. So it says also that we announce our intention to pursue a stock exchange listing for the company in United States on February 4. Okay. And I think that was it. So it says we also will encourage interested investors to regularly access cedar.com to watch for additional filings. All right, I don't know about that, but you can just go here and news will usually pop up down here. So that was it for Bitfarms. Really, really good company. They're in Quebec. It's wonderful. Everything is working out really well for them right now, besides the Bitcoin price, but it's sitting pretty at $53,000, so between 53 and about 55, 56, so which is pretty good. For now, I don't mind it consolidating around here, and yeah, it's not bad. It could be worse, right? So it could be in the 40s, so 53s is not bad. Okay, I think that was it. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Please know this is not financial advice. Do your own research, and please feel free to like and subscribe. I think I said that. Anyways, all right, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace.